YouTube, we are in the top 16 of the Meta Weekly every single week, bro. Make sure you are subbed on Twitch or joined on YouTube to join this uncapped weekly tournament. Free entry after subbing or joining. Let's go, Hajime.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Swordsoul versus Thunder Dragon. Swordsoul is tier 1. Now, I don't know why a lot of people don't understand how this tier list works. It's automatically updated. It's an objective analytic of tournament topping decks from all community tournaments. It's not the most used decks, it is the tournament topping decks. Swordsoul at the power level of 19 means it is about 19% of total tournament topping decks. It's a pie. Think of a YCS top 32 and Swordsoul being 19% of it, but now that top 32 is actually all tournament decks of community tournaments. Tournament topping. It is objective analytics. Let's go. We have Baron, Difflure, Omni, Negate. Now, Thunder Dragon is too good to be in the TCG. That's why they banned the Colossus. Cross Sheep is normally played in the deck at 70%. If you summon a fusion to where it's pointing, you could summon a level 4 lower monster from the graveyard, come forth and summon the Dragon Matrix. The Colossus is going to prevent the opponent from adding cards in the deck to the hand. It's also protected from destruction. We have Unicorn, discarding a card from the hand to return a card in the field back in the deck. Returning the Swordsoul Blackout, which would have destroyed 2 cards in the field had we had a Worm monster face up in the field. Access Code Talker going to take out the Baron Difflure. You cannot respond to the Access Code Talker activating to pop. It cannot be negated. Get ready, wipe out the entire field. But this is not lethal damage. Now it's lethal as we activate the Thunder Dragon Fusion. Holy moly. That was a crazy duel. Let's go into game 2. I think that Konami needs to announce some kind of fake worlds for Master Duel. It's absolutely ridiculous and disgraceful for them to not be announcing anything. This is the final month to announce something. They need to announce something. We're going to be swapping up the scores. We got Moyi revealing a Worm to summon a Grandmaster. This is what you would ideally want to Ash Blossom if it weren't for them Chain Link blocking with the Moyi. Make sure when you're playing Swordsoul, put the Moyi on Chain Link 2. Now they don't have a good way to Ash Blossom you. We're going to randomly draw into the Heavenly Dragon Circle, grabbing the Long Yun. Long Yun is going to discard a Worm, come forth and summon. This is where you can get Nibiru'd. Now you are big time getting Nibiru'd in this position. That's your 5th summon. Now we got the Chang Yang. If any card is banished, either player banishes a card, the Chang Yang is going to activate to banish a card on the field and in the graveyard, non-targeting. So you got to be careful as a Thunder Dragon player triggering the Chang Yang. We also have the Blackout, which could pop 2 cards in the field. We also have the Grandmaster, which can negate a monster effect. Because you banished to summon the Wyver Burster, we're going to banish the Wyver Burster. So the Chang Yang already used its once per turn banish. We have the Lupine banishing a Dark and a Roar. Dark's going to search for a Thunder Dragon. Roar is going to special summon a Thunder Dragon. And with the Blackout, we might be blacking out right now. We might be wanting to use this before he summons the Colossus. Or not. He's going to make a Cerberus. Cerberus will discard a card to destroy the Grandmaster. Grandmaster will probably negate. Now, though we are Chain Link blocking the Cerberus, we're not negating the activation. We're negating the effect by targeting the Cerberus, so you cannot Chain Link block the Grandmaster. We also have an Effect Veiler for negating. We can negate a Colossus, which is protected from destruction, and then use Blackout with the Effect Veiler. You'd want to Chain Link 1 Blackout, Chain Link 2 Effect Veiler. If you Chain Link 2 the Blackout to your Effect Veiler, it will not work. Titan is here. Now, it's very important to know when playing against Titan is you have to Chain Link block their effect. They're going to activate a Thunder Dragon from the hand. Then they need to be the direct Chain Link to that Thunder Dragon with the effect of their Titan to pop a card in the field. If you activate anything, and I mean anything, it blocks the Titan from popping your fields. He did not activate anything. He's going to chain Veiler, though. Veiler, negate. Now, the Titan, if it were to not be negated, would be indestructible by card effect. It is now negated. Grabbing a Thunder Dragon. Very good. linking off the Titan and the Cerberus into Anaconda. Now, the blackout states, target 2 cards your opponent controls. Your opponent only has 1 card. We can't black out our own card as one of the 2 cards. Holy moly. Is he really going to Nibiru here? Nibiru to stop a DPE or another Thunder Dragon Titan? There's no way. He's going to allow the fusion summon into DPE. DPE will be coming. Come forth and summon. Now we could use the blackout to get popping. Blackout, pop the Chang'e, wiping him out. Now, what happens here? The DPE is essentially negated. If the DPE has no card on the field to pop, then it cannot pop a card your opponent controls. Wipe the fields. Chang'e protecting itself from destruction of the own blackout. Very good. DPE will activate to come back during the next standby phase. If you have a Ghost Ogre hand trap and they have a single DPE on the field, that's kind of a way to negate DPE. The Ghost Ogre, in this instance right now, if they were to activate DPE, you chain Ghost Ogre, you don't lose any cards. Nothing. Because the card was banished, we're going to activate the effect of the Chang'e to banish the DPE. DPE is going to chain to pop itself plus the Grandmaster, but the Grandmaster will negate. Negate, get banished, open field, GG, no re, let's go into game 3. Let's go. I fear that Konami is looking back at how much money they spent at providing worlds, and they're possibly enjoying not having to run worlds. They were maybe afraid to discontinue worlds, but now that they were forced to not run worlds anymore, they're seeing, hey, we don't have to blow millions of dollars on probably million, right? At least $1 million to run worlds. We're saving money. We got Colossus preventing the adding of a specific card from your deck to your hand. You could still draw cards, though. Pada D, negated by the Ash. No draw 2. We have Mo Yi. We could even do a Crystron Hulk into a Rorodon play. We're going to Mo Yi, reveal, make a token. We could have special summoned Adhara, normal summon the Ash Blossom, Hulk, a Rorodon. We're going to grab drawing a blackout. We cannot add with the Grandmaster, so we're just going to negate the Colossus, then attack over it. It was protected from destruction, but we negated and swung. Now we got pop 2 plus double Ash. Banishing Roar. Roar is going to activate summon a Thunder Dragon from the deck, going to get negated by the Ash Blossom. You will not be summoning a Thunder Dragon. We're going to Thunder Dragon Fusion. Now, whatever we summon is going to be indestructible from the blackout, or will it be? Let's read the Titan. What makes it indestructible? You must banish 2 cards from your graveyard instead of being destroyed. We do have 2 cards in the graveyard to banish. Activating Thunder Dragon. We're going to chain the blackout. We are not chaining blackout. We're going to Grandmaster negate instead. Okay. Blackout's ready and waiting to pop 2. The blackout, as we said, would not be affecting the Titan, so we can now that the Titan is negated, we can pop the Titan and the Wyvern Burster. Very good. Slowing down Thunder Dragons. Now they have absolutely nothing. Adhara, Ash, Hulk, Auroradon, GG, no re. Let's go. Adhara adding Mo Yi. What? We're holding on to Ash? You do play Hulk in Auroradon. What is going on? Ash is not that good. What? Okay. Okay, Pod Desires maybe banished his Despot, yeah? Yeah, Despot's gone. Okay, Despot's banished. He had nothing to summon with Hulk. Pod, thank you for making sense of the nonsensicalness of what the heck was going on. Pod D, we need a Worm or a Swordsoul. Randomly drawing. Ooh, that was very good. Long Yun, Mo Yi. We can't add cards from our deck to our hand. So by drawing into the Long Yun, holy moly. Baxia, returning the Colossus back to the extra deck. Mo Yi, draw a card, does not stop drawing, it only stops adding. Drawing into a third Mo Yi, Long Yun, discard, summon. Come forth and make is Chang Ying's gonna be boosted. We have lethal with just this though. We don't need the Chang Ying, right? 5,300. Wait, we missed lethal? Did Chang Ying's already got used up. Wait, we have Chang Ying in the extra. Chang Ying was game. Bro, what? We were playing around Nibiru. He didn't want to get Nibiru'd. I guess he played around Nibiru with the bear in the floor. He didn't want to get Nibiru'd. Yeah. Okay. He wanted to feel safe by summoning bear in the floor, but was that correct? Taking out Baxia with the Colossus. Colossus indestructible. We're gonna make a Titan. Titan with the Thunder Dragon. Titan defense. Okay. The Titan's indestructible from the Bear in the Floor. Bear in the Floor will activate to pop. It will banish 2. So maybe you don't want to do that because that could trigger some Thunder Dragons being banished. We're going to Mo Yi, make a token, come forth and summon into Baxia. There we go. Negates with the Bear in the Floor. Any potential hand trap mate. Return, attack for game. And just like that, Swordsoul going into the top 8. And we got Prank Kids right before the Adventure Engine being added into Master Duel, which will make the deck a lot better. Pot of D, draw 2. What made Prank Kids worse is I would say the DPE made it worse because a big disruption to the Prank Kids is popping their normal summon. Any deck that relied on their normal summon to make a play, keeping it on the field, DPE simply popping their normal summon, if that disrupts your deck, then your deck got worse. But don't worry, Prank Kids will be back in better once the Adventure Engine comes out. We got Bear in the Floor for the negate. Let's get Prank Kids up on the screen so we know exactly what's going on. Potentially, if we want to be referencing any plays. We have Field Spell Searching. This is very good. Ash Blossom is going to be Chain Link blocked. But Maxi's going to end his turn. Holy shite. The Dropsies in the graveyard would be Chain Link blocked with the Field Spell. The Bear in the Floor would not be able to negate. The Ash Blossom would not be able to negate. The Call by the Grave would be able to negate the Dropsies in the graveyard, though. Gonna grab an Adhara. We already committed to our normal summon. We're going to lock ourselves in a Worm-type monster, special summoning of Ashuda in attack position. Adhara banishing a grab back, a Ashuna back to the hand. Bear in the Floor, popping the Dropsies, open field, 25, 55. Not quite lethal damage. Not even in the lethal range of a Long Yun. Long Yun will burn for 1,200 damage if we activate a Long Yun. We got rocks, the Lampsies that is. Lampsies will be Chain Link blocked with the Field Spell, protecting it from being ashed or barrened, but not Called by the Grave. You can't Chain Link block the Call by the Grave. It does not need to be the direct Chain Link to what it's negating. Very important to note that the Baron Ash could not be activated, but the Call by the Grave can. Prank Kid Prank's going to help us play around our normal summon. Discard a card. Discard a Prank Kid's card, that is. Summon a token. Now, Bear in the Floor is not negating the activation. It's negating the effect. It's negating the activation of the effect. And what's the difference? It's kind of confusing. There's some cards that will only be able to negate the activation of a card, like the Herald of Ultimateness, which means once the Prank Kids Pranks is already face up and they activate the discard to summon a token, the Herald of Ultimateness cannot negate the token being summoned, but it can negate the initial activation of the Prank Kid Pranks. Let's go on to the next duel. Do we have a channel point back for this? I think so, yeah? We do, thank you so much. Meow Moo is banned in the TCG, this little freaking cat and dog. Very good. We're going to have the Battle Butler play. We're now going to be able to summon Battle Butler and wipe the field twice. Double field wipe. Double Raigeki. Now, this could be quite dangerous using the Bow Wow during your opponent's turn, which is the only time you could activate it, because the Call by the Grave could banish to negate it from adding cards, which is what you're going to need to be able to make your Butler. No Call by the Grave here. We have Ash Blossom, negating the Pot of D, cross out Designate, negate the negates, and yes, top decking into Nibiru, Keck wait. Now, Prank Kids can play through Nibiru if they play 2 Link Spiders. They could turn the Nibiru token into a spider, they could turn the Prank Kid Prank token into a spider, then they can make Anaconda into DPE or Anaconda into Battle Butler. We have Effect Veiler negating the Mo Yi. We cannot activate another cross-out designate, but you could chain the Heavenly Dragon Circle to dodge the Effect Veiler that's targeting the Mo Yi for negation, no longer going to be negated. This will be adding a worm-type monster to the hand, adding a Shithana, and summoning a token. Now that we controlled no effect monsters, we could special summon Shithana alongside the level 4 tuner token and make the play that we were going to make. A level 8 synchro. Knowing that he's going to do that, we're going to Pandemonium. And we do have Nibiru that could tribute the Butler if he summons 5 times. This is going to be summoned 1, 2, 3. He's only going to have 4 summons. So there's going to be no Nibiru play here. Activating every Prank Kid. He's going to send, he's going to gain life, he's going to deal damage to his opponent's life. Summon a Prank Kid, summon a Prank Kid, summon a Prank Kid. The Battle Butler is going to be able to double Raigeki the field, non-targeting, wipe out all attack position monsters. Just like that, banishing the Meow Moo to keep the Butler on the field, wipe out opposing monsters, special summon Adhara. The freaking Despot 001's in our hand. Not that that matters, we already used up our normal summon. We're going to take out the Lampsies. Now, Prank Kid should be able to lethal here. Except, are they going to be able to do it without playing through the Nibiru? Or are they going to play into Nibiru? He's going to make Unicorn on Summon 3. And then Access Code Talker is going to be... Yeah, he's playing right into Nibiru. He's playing right into it. He could totally awesome. He does have his normal summon. He could search for the field spell. Grab a Dropsies and make a totally awesome. Yes. Or he could just special summon the Dropsies from the deck. Very good. Woo, we're playing around Nibiru. You love to see it. And we're going to DPE, pop a card in the field. We got the lethal right through Nibiru. Played around Nibiru. Negate. Now, if he had a Call by the Grave, he would be able to negate the Totally Awesome. So had he not been able to make the Totally Awesome, there was a way to Unicorn Access Code Talker within 4 summons. Very good. Beautiful. Respect the Nibiru. Respect it. Shithana is going to resummon the Tenyi in the damage step, destroying a card your opponent controls. How could he have played around this? Could he have played around the Shithana popping in the damage step? With DPE, the Shithana only cares if the monster is destroyed by battle or card effect. Unicorn would have been the way. If he Unicorned the Monk, then he would not be able to Shithana. Wiping out the Butler. Butler's going to activate when sent to the graveyard. The Weather Washer also would have been a play. Weather Washer, Unicorn, DPE, get popping. Taking out the Cross-out Designate. Miss Lethal. He respected the Nibiru, but not the Shithana. Now, Shithana was public information. Nothing new was revealed. He stopped lethal with no extra information. We're going to be using the Prank Kid Pranks to return 3 Pranks in the graveyard back in the deck. Terramare not ripping into anything that can help him. Big oof. Even if he had an Ecclesia special summon, Taya, DPE, take it out. He's in trouble. I think he had a Pandemonium set. He had the red, blue, and green in his hand. He could have made another Battle Butler. There was nothing he could do. Let's go into game 3. You go. No Mo Yi draw. The tie, he didn't have a Worm or Sword Soul in the hand to reveal. He's going to Maxi before he even goes into his Link. You need to preemptively do it. That's going to trigger the Dropsies, which we will call by the Grave to negate. We do not have a negate for that negate. That will also trigger the Chang Ying to banish the Meow and the Maxi from the field and grave. Choosing to not do so, he's holding onto the Chang Ying, chaining Droplet to the Monster Reborn. We're going to Monster Reborn Long Yun. What are we doing, Long Yun? Long Yun and Meow Moo. Linking into Anaconda. Anaconda DPE, let's go. You are negated. Nice try. But that does trigger the effect of the Chang Ying. Even though the Grandmaster's negated from negating, wow, his whole field's... I perfectly paused. He disappeared. He got sent to the freaking Shadow Realm. Grandmaster negated, but that is still a cost to banish, triggering the Chang Ying to banish the Anaconda, banishing the Meow Moo. He got him. He got him good. Was he not able to droplet further negating the Chang Ying? Didn't he have another card in the hand? I don't even know now. He's gone. Imperial Order. Negate the Branded Opening. Now, we had nothing that we could have chained, unfortunately. We're going to Haquero. Block the attack of the Ecclesia. Ecclesia being used in Branded Despia. What is that going to be doing? Let's look it up. Ecclesia. Let's spell Ecclesia correctly. E-C-C. E-C-C. Ecclesia in Despia is able to summon a Fallen Albaz, which fusion summons with your opponent's field. So that's going to be the main play. You're on the clock, boy. What's he drawing to? Another spell. Why are you going to reveal? Just get out of here. Surrender. Holy moly. In MCS, the $1,000 tournament that the players have been continually, week after week, qualifying for. It's not going to be next week. It's going to be in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks will be the $1,000 tournament. All right. Do we have any hand traps? No, because we're a dirty Eldlich player. Okay. Look at this. Goes in, Dogmatika, Torrential. Our whole deck is... Well, we got some mix of light and darks. We'll just call it dark, though, with the goes in. Lord of the Heavenlies protecting our set cards from being destroyed. We're going to link off into, or I should say fusion summon into another Masquerade. Now it's minus 1,200 per card activation. That's going to trigger the Torrential Tribute. Minus 1,200. No way to stop the Torrential. He played right into it. Now the Coritis is going to be activating off of being destroyed. Oh! Branded Opening, banished from the graveyard, protect from effect destruction. I do not think so. We are protected. Got him. Elder Entity Entis is going to take out the Masquerade. Lord of the Heavenly Prison is going to summon itself onto the field. Come forth. Lord of the Heavenly Prison, 3,000 defense, wiping out the Masquerade. Alibert, come forth and summon off of your opponent dealing with your fusion. Super Polymerization, fusing with the Lord and your Alibert to come forth and make another Masquerade. We got to flip up that goes in match. We got to send one of them to the graveyard. Goes in match. Minus 600. 2,500. How much life is he left at? He can activate only one card. So what he needs to do is he needs to activate his face down, then summon Lord of the Heavenly Prison, then attack over him, but then he summons Alibert. Wait, he can't activate the Lord of Heavenly Prison. That's not going to work. That doesn't work. Holy shite. Negate. And summon an Eldlich mate. At least there is no Imperial Order. That was kind of toxic. We're going to go 1-for-1 with the Max C and the Eldlixir, summoning an Eldlich. Set 5 past Chad. Drawing into a Fright for Patchwork, okay. He can't really make any plays with this, though. He's going to grab Poly, grab another Edge Imp. And then now what? He's got triple fusion spell, but no play. Dogmatika taking out the monster, also Entis, wiping out the Call by the Grave, which he desperately needed for the Eldlich. Call by the Grave is a hard counter to Eldlich. The Impermanence is not activatable. What I think he had to do is he had to set Polymerization with his Call by the Grave. That's how important it was. He needed to hope that his Polymerization or his Impermanence would get hit instead. You know, he has one Poly. You know he has one. So this could be worth using Solemn Judgment for, but then he has another. There you go. Got him. Got him. Let's go. Second Poly. Polymerization number 2. Okay, we're going to summon first, then Poly. Bro. Now he negates your Poly. Oh my Jesus. Was this correct to do? He's going to banish his monster. He's nothing to poly. If he didn't do this, he would send the Dramaturge. He would Dragon Ice, grab the Dramaturge, banish his monster. And I guess he was screwed anyway. Damn. Damn. Oh, no. Poly is now negated. No poly. Eldlich. The Golden Lord. Double 25. Lethal damage. And that's the end. Hope. Quickly launching into, we have an impermanence for negate. When do we imperm? If we imperm negate this, it stops him from being able to grab a boot sector launch. Also, he could destroy himself to grab a rocket tracer in the graveyard. This could be a pretty good impermanence. If we imperm here, I think I would maybe agree with that. It would stop both of its effects. What do you think? Yep, let's go. Negate. 1 for 1 though, discarding a snow to summon the Side Reflector. Side Reflect, grabbing the Assault Beast. Discard, grab Assault Mode activate, Side Reflector, summon the Beast. Beast come forth. We can now make, instead of a Synchro, wait, we are making a Synchro. We're not making Christian Help. We're making the Chaos Ruler. Chaos Creator, summon Christia onto the field. No freaking way! He cannot special summon. Holy shite! How do you do that? How you do that? You banish Valkyria, and if this card is banished, you send the Christia, and then the Chaos Creator summons Christia. And now you can't special summon. Now you lose. That's it. No special summoning. Negate. Oh my. Who remembers Arc Lord Christia back in the day? The OG Floodgate of Yu-Gi-Oh! OG. Grabbing a Promenade. Promenade can negate the Christia. But will we survive a turn? Will we be... The Christia prevents both players from special summoning. Neither player can special summon. Promenade is going to reduce the Apollo. Apollo now 0, but we are in open field because we had to return the Madolche Mageline back to my hand to even negate. Mr. Morzin losing game 1 to an Arc Lord Christia Apollo Wombo combo. Not going to get floodgated. We do have a hand trap. We have Gamma. Gamma negate. Holy shite, mate. I play Gamma too. Negate the Gamma for the whole turn. Now, Ash Blossom could negate Gamma, but then they could Gamma again in the same turn. So cross out Designate is what will negate Gamma for the full turn. Very good. Now, at the glass, we could return 2 cards from either player's graveyard back to the deck. And if we have a hand trap in our own graveyard, we could return it back to our hand. We're going to Foolish Burial, sending the Absolouter, grabbing the Rocket Synchron. We're going to quick launch the Rocket Tracer onto the fields. We have double impermanence plus Promenade, triple negate. Not negating the Striker because it did not activate to grab the Boot Sector launch. It only activated to grab the Rocket Tracer in the graveyard back to the hand. He's going to Promenade negate the field spell. He still has a normal summon. Is negating the field spell correct here? Should you have just waited for the Rocket Tracer? Impermanence. We have so many negates it doesn't even matter. Negate the Rocket Tracer. We have a follow-up negate on top of that. I think we're done. That ends our turn, right? Hydra Lancer cannot be summoned. We need 5 or more monsters in the graveyard with different names. And that is the power of Madolche. Overwhelm your opponent with card advantage, plus getting a 1-card negate every turn. Let's go into game 3. Reinforcement, grabbing the Raiden. We do have a Gamma to negate the Raiden. We're going to be special summoning the Thrasher and summoning a Rocket Tracer. Striker Dragon. This could be a good negate. Impermanence, mate. We also have Nibiru. We're on summon 1, 2, 3, 4. One more summon, and you're going to get Nibiru'd. Now, if you let him make Apollo USA, you could Nibiru, Chain Gamma, negate the Apollo USA. Chaos Ruler getting negated. Chaos Ruler could resummon itself from the graveyard. We're only negating the mill plus add a light or dark. Was that a good gamma? You know, filling up the graveyard, that could be a big deal. Rocket Recharger is going to be summoning a Psy Reflector from the graveyard. Holy moly, that was nuts. That was really good Rocket Recharger, getting the Psy Reflector in the graveyard with the Lightsworn. Shinobi Necro is resummoning onto the field. Shokan into an Apollo USA. How did we not Nibiru? What the heck is that hand? Okay. Now we Nibiru with Droplet. Droplet Nibiru. Okay. We got this. We got this. Nibiru, he negates. You chain Droplet. You win. Let's go. Summon 1. Chaos Valkyria. Summon 2. Summon 3. Summon 4. Oh, it's another Omni Negate. No, it doesn't matter. We can still do it. We can still Nibiru. Bro, you're on 4 summon. Did I miscount? Wait, you dropleted your Nibiru and your Harpy Feather Duster. What if he would have summoned another monster? No? I don't think he had another summon anyway. On the 4th summon. Damn. Lethal damage with the Baron to floor. Just didn't have a good opportunity to Nibiru. And just like that, knocking out Madolche. Max C, and we got called by the grave. We got this. This is the Madolche way. Let's go. Let's speed up right through these plays. Our back row cannot be destroyed. Our back row cannot be targeted. The face-up back row, that is. Additionally, summoning with the Mageline, we're locked into Madolche only. No other rank 4 exceed. Let's go. The petting is what locks you into Madolche only. Heavy Meltdown. The Promenade will be able to negate anything. Any spell, trap, or monster. And what you could do is when they get Invoker in the graveyard, you could use the glass to return the Invoker back in the deck before they activate the invocation. So it's not even a problem if they grab the invocation. Maybe you should even allow it. Glass, return Invoker. Droplet, negates. Promenade could negate the Droplet. Negate. There you go. Droplet negated. And return the Invoker back into the deck. Invoker, be gone. And adding the pudding back to the hand. Maximus, banish an extra deck monster, which we could have stopped if we returned it back in the extra. We left the Almirage in the grave to return a monster back to our hand. We could have stopped this. Come forward, Knighted. Knighted will negate a monster on the field, negating the Sistart. Sistart is now not protected from destruction. Food Cake is indestructible thanks to the Angeli, Keg W. You're telling me you didn't read the card that's not even in my graveyard anymore? Come on, man. Titanclad summoning Ecclesia during the end phase. Ecclesia gets searching for another Maximus. We don't have another Knighted. And get ready for the Madolche plays. Dogmatika Punishment will punish a card in the fields. We could pop that Tiramisu, but then the Promenade can negate the punishment. We're going to return up to 2 cards in the field back in the deck. Negate the Dogmatika Punishment. You will not be destroying me. He couldn't even send an Entis to the graveyard for a double pop because the Tiramisu is too big. Returning both monsters back in the deck. Trigger the ticket, trigger the Salon, come forth and summon from the deck. Petting activates, summon a Madolche from the hand or deck. We're going to Shokan and Tiramisu again. It is a soft once return. Returning the Ecclesia back in the deck. And just like that, we have lethal damage. We could make a 3rd chocolate. If you play a 3rd chocolate, that's 3K, 3K, 2K, 8K lethal. Not that we need that much, because we're going to summon the messenger from the deck, and just like that, lethal damage. Madolche wiping out Dogmatika Invoked for game 1. Banish only 3 to pick between 3. We're going to grab the Terraforming, grab a Magical Meltdown, our second one. He does have Droplet to negate DPE and the Macabre. So while he's feeling lucky, he's about to realize that his luck's about to run out next turn when that Droplet gets negating. We're going to make a Gardener, which will be our light monster with the Invocation. Banishing the light monster on the field, banishing the Invoker from the graveyard. It's a 1-card combo with Invoker to make the Macabre to negate anything by discarding the same card type as your opponent that you're negating. We have the Fusion Destiny, come forward, DPE, non-targeting pop. Also with the Invoker in the hand, double Invoker, we could boost up both of our fusions by 1,000 each. We could boost by 2,000. Double boost. Are we going to Droplet? Oh. You didn't send a monster. He could negate with Macabre, and now you negate nothing. Negate! He had to send the petting. Oh, shite. What was that, mate? Popping Salon? He didn't even need that. Why did you do that? All right, now he's got a full play. Petting, Pudding, Exceed, Tiramisu. Tiramisu, get returning the both cards in the field back in the deck. Normal summon Angeli into Hoot. We're going to make a Chocolate. Chocolate, return a monster in the graveyard back in the deck. Come forth and special summon a monster from the deck. Messenger activates, search for field spell. Field spell activates, summon another monster from the deck. Hoot Cake activates, summon another monster from the deck. We have another monster we could summon. Just wait. We got Glass. Glass is going to make the Chocolate unaffected by monster effects. We're going to return the DPE back in the extra deck, so it will not be resummoning. That's going to trigger the Chocolate to summon another Messenger and a Promenade. We're going to Shokan into another Chocolate. Field spell, going to boost up the fields. Right? Holy moly. Wait, lethal through Pot of P? That's not lethal through Pot of P. He Pot of P'd! Okay, we got Glass. We have a Promenade negate. Sistart. We're going in. Promenade will negate anything. Glass will return Invoker in the graveyard back into the deck. He had to summon his Celestial. Wait, he could have summoned Dasher. Dasher could have special summoned your newly drawn card. You could have summoned Dasher, get Celestial in the graveyard, maybe then draw 2 this turn. What's going on? Invoker. Grabbing Invocation. Invocate. Not negating with Promenade. Making a Purgatrio, which could attack every single monster on the field, unless the Promenade negates. Adding Invoker back to the hand. Invoker could boost up that Purgatrio to 49, 59. Ecclesia, searching for Knighted. Knighted can negate any monster on the field. Knighted, come forth. Get ready to negate. This will be able to negate 1 face-up monster. Going in, Glass is going to detach. Chaining Promenade to negate the Purgatrio, which gives it piercing damage and attacking every monster on the field. No longer piercing, no longer boosted, no longer attacking every monster in the field, no longer inflicting lethal with double Invoker boost. He had no way to deal with the Promenade, it looks like. Triggering the Salon to grab another Promenade to use next turn. He's going to return Dasher back in the deck. Promenade cannot be used this turn to negate. Ticket, summon a monster from the deck. Petting on summon another monster. Invoker, boost. Boosting up Purgatrio 33. Celestial, popping a face-up card. The Sistart is negated, so the Sistart is not able to protect the back row from being destroyed. Mageline into Angeli. We're going to rank 4 Exceed into Tiramisu. Purgatrio does nothing during your opponent's turn. Ecclesia does nothing. Celestial does nothing. The whole field does absolutely nothing. Return the Purgatrio, return the Ecclesia, trigger the ticket, trigger the Salon, come forth and summon from the deck. We still have Hoot Cake effect. Now we got the lethal damage. 2-0 victory. To the top 8 you go. Ash Blossom negate that Ecclesia. That's the easiest negate I've ever seen, mate. How do you not Ash Ecclesia? What? Are you kidding me? Okay. What? He would have crossed out negate Ash, then you imperm the Mo-Yi. How'd that happen? You can't Ash now. Unless he searches Emergence. He could search Long Yun. You can't negate this with Ash. You had the best Ash. You're negating draw 1. You're negating an upstart goblin. It's okay. I mean, not really, but it's okay. We have the Omni negate, Monster negate, negate anything mate. Oviraptor, Ash Blossom, you need to chain Miscellaneous Source, but then Baron will negate it. Yeah, he's out. I'm out of here. I'm out. Lost Worlds. Chainlink block the Oviraptor. You cannot Ash this. Very good. Block the Ash. But Ash now wants to negate Baby Source. Even Ashing an Oviraptor is questionable because they could chain Misk to negate the Ash. Oviraptor is going to pop the token to pop the baby instead from the deck. Ash, negate the baby. Great play. Very good. Now we have Misk, Banish, and even using Ash on Misk could be very good. We have the Archosaur pop in from the hand to grab the Double Evolution Pill. We got Link Rebo. We're going to link it off into Secure Gardna, which could not be Link summoned with. We're going to banish the Link Rebo from the graveyard. Come forth and summon the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. This will be able to flip your entire opponent's field face down by destroying a monster you control or in your hand. How do we break this? Now we have Ash Blossom going to be negated by Call with the Grave. Negate. Vessel is going to send a worm, add a Tenyi, sending Vishuda. Now, if he activates Vishuda, I think that's a mistake. Vishuda, return a card on the field back to the hand. You want to return the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, but the field spell is going to trick him into using it accidentally because it states that your cards cannot be targeted by card effects. While your opponent controls a token, they cannot target monsters on the field with card effects. If he activates, oh shite, he did it. I mean, was that still correct? Did he get outplayed? Was that a mistake? Did he forget? Did he do that on purpose? Does he want to target him afterward? We'll see. Ashuna, Pot of D, draw 2. Add Hara, add back Vishuda. Vishuda is a hard once per turn. We're not going to be able to return again. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, get flipping. Flip that field face down. Vishuda special summon and end the turn. Now, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno can attack every single monster on the field and deal 1,000 damage per monster we attack into. 1K, 2K, 3K, 4K. Oviraptor, attempt to pop the token. Field spell protected by destroying a baby from the deck. Baby activates, summon Oviraptor. Lost World giving a 5th token on the fields. That Ultimate Conductor Tyranno alone right now is 5,000 damage. And if you use 2 monsters to make the Pentastag, make sure you summon your Ultimate Conductor Tyranno behind an extra monster zone because that's where the Pentastag points. It points backwards. And by pointing backwards, it gives that monster piercing damage. 3,500 piercing damage onto every monster. He's doing it right now. Let's go. It's time. Get flame. That's Dolka. He's not doing it yet. He's gonna do it. He didn't normal summon yet. Summon the Ash. Bro, come on. I was so hyped for piercing Pentastag. I flamed on for you. What is this? It's still lethal, but it's a lot less cool. All right, good job. Would Dinos be better than Swordsoul if Oviraptor went to 3? If they removed the limit off Dinosaur, would it now be as good or better? We have Impermanence. Imperm, negating Grandmaster. That's a pretty good Imperm, I think so. That's a good one. If we negate, he could then make Christian Hulk, though. You negate Grandmaster, they Hulk. He might still Hulk. I don't... will he Hulk with Grandmaster? Is that correct? He's going to Long Yun. You can't Impermanence the Long Yun to stop the token. You can't Veiler. You can't Impermanence. And now he's got Baron to floor to negate the Impermanence, if needed. Minus 1,200 Keg W, Pot of D, draw 2. Call by the Grave going to be very good for stopping that Max C. That's why you Max C when they pot a D. That's why you max C when they pot a P, pot a D, pot a anything, or a lure. If they're going to draw, just max C, or they're going to draw into the out to your max C. Imperm, negate the Baron. Max C will still resolve. Why will max C still resolve? How exactly is max C still resolve? Ah! Wait, no, you didn't set imperm. Okay, it's not the imperm column. If you set imperm, you activate imperm, then you activate a card in the imperm. Sorry, I have PTSD from the imperm column. He's good. He's good. Whoa! It's not negated, but it would be negated. I never imperm my own cards. It never happens. Okay, we're good. Grandmaster will be able to negate. You are able to negate this. You could negate this. It's going to be the last time you can negate because you're going to get a token that states you're not going to be able to target cards on the field. Target monsters that is. And what do we do now? We have the Archosaur. Still destroyed the baby. We're under Misk, bro. Did you read Misk? Did you read Misk? I'm unaffected, mate. Let's go. Oh, the Raptor. Does that mean the Grandmaster didn't matter? No, it did matter. He will be able to negate something, just not a dinosaur. This is a dinosaur, that's a dinosaur, it's all dinosaurs. He's about to summon a non-dinosaur. The Scrap Wyvern, you would negate this. You could negate this. This will pop a card in the field. It's not looking good for you now. Detach. Buh. Boost. 7,000 attack. Piercing. Pierce. Again. Pierce. Again. Fool. He was under pot of P. His damage was halved. He lethaled under pot of P. All damage was halved. That means he dealt 16,000 damage. Holy shite. 16,000 damage under pot of P. It's okay that you got clickbaited, but if you are mad about being clickbaited from this video, then I think you're dumb. Sorry. You're not dumb for being clickbaited, you're dumb for getting mad about it because the signs were there. It's in the title, it's in the thumbnail. Get out of here. This is not egregious clickbait like the other things that you see on YouTube that's happening and y'all do nothing about it or care. Let's go. Holy moly, Grandmaster, Baron to floor, Call to the Grave, negate and banish the Eldlich. I don't think so, mate. Yeah, banishing. The Sunavalan thumbnail, though. That's not clickbait. What are you talking about? Big brain plays of plants? How is that clickbait? What? How is that clickbait? You're welcome. Everything is a zombie. We have a monster negate with the Grandmaster, mate, but what do we have on the opponent's field? We have Golden Land Forever. When we get an Eldlich on the field, we're going to be able to negate anything. Super Poly. Get Palmerizing with the field. Palmerizing the Protoss and the Baron de Floor into a Dragon Necro Dragon, which is going to be requiring 2 zombies, and both of your monsters are zombies due to Zombie World. Come forward, the Eldlich. Oh, this is not looking good for Antinony. Imagine opening up Protoss, which is a floodgate into Grandmaster and Baron, and still losing. That's nuts. Ecclesia is going to be considered to be a zombie monster because of the zombie world, and when a zombie monster is activated, the Doom King could banish a monster on the field, graveyard, or negate the effect. Grandmaster, negate. Now, Doom King has a restriction where it's only once per chain, right? You could apply one of these effects, but you cannot apply the same effect this turn. Is it once per chain? Once per chain. Once per chain. You cannot negate the Grandmaster. Golden Land, negate. And we are negating the Ecclesia or banishing a card? Negates. Now, if another zombie is activated, Vishuda is not a zombie while in the hand. It's a zombie in the graveyard. The Vishuda could return a card in the field back to the hand, which will trigger the Doom King to banish a card on the field or grave. We're going to Hakuero summon, banish the Vishuda with the effect of Hakuero by having an Eldlich on the field. Add Hara, adding back Vishuda. Vishuda from the hand can activate, return a card in the field back to the hand. Cannot stop that. Goodbye to Zombie World. Taya is no longer a zombie thanks to Zombie World being dealt with. And that Zombie World being dealt with is what's going to be happening with when the adventure cards come out. The adventure Draco back is going to give nearly everyone in Master Duel is going to have the effect of Vishuda to return a card in the field back to the hand. Return Floodgate, return Skill Drain. Skill Drain, all the floodgates are going to go down in value when everyone's going to have access to the Draco back. Right now, only Swordsoul has the anti-floodgate built into their deck. Shaman. Yeah, Duel Links on Tuesday. We have a Duel Links meta weekly on Tuesday with the new cards. Voxia popping itself. Come forward, Taya. What? Why? Why? Why do we do that? Why do we get rid of Baxia? Baxia, be gone. Okay. All right. What a trade. Trade offer. Scam. Can we set Zombie World, flip up Zombie World, trigger the effect of Lord? Yes, if a set spell and trap card's activated, summon the Heavenly Prison. He ain't gonna do it, though. He ain't gonna do it, though. Oh, he could do it off the Elixir, though. Let's go. Lord of the Heavenly Prison. Why not? Did he already activate Lord to protect his set cards? Bro, what? It's fine, it's fine. I mean, it's not lethal. It's not lethal, so it's okay. It's not lethal. Ecclesia going to be negated by the Doom King. Negate. And I think that's it for Antinity, mates. Zombie World Eldlich. I would say is more respectable than a pure Eldlich deck. Pot of D, draw 2, summon. We got no hand traps, nothing. Let's speed on through their turn 1 play. Could you play around Lava Golem? Is that legit? Come on. I mean, 55% do play it. And when they do play it, they're playing it at 2 to 3. Bruh, I don't know. All right, Foolish Burial sending the Banshee from the deck to the Graveyard. Banshee is going to play a Zombie World. Don't play around Lava Golem. Why not, though? Why not? Why not play around Lava Golem? What else is there to stop? If you stop Eldlich with Chao Feng, then you're literally only look, if you look at the website, all you see is Lava Golem and Eldlich and the Lord of Heavenly Prison. Why not play around Lava Golem? I think that's legit. But to be fair, he's playing Doom King, so it is Zombie World version. The Zombie World version of Eldlich maybe plays Lava Golem, much less likely. Yeah, the chances of Lava Golem in the Zombie World version is less likely, to be fair. To be fair. Monkotenya. Did we Super Poly the field? Heck, wait. Super Poly, Protos, and Grandmaster into the Nether Soul, being 2 zombies thanks to the Zombie World. We're going to Elixir, come forth and summon, so he does not draw into an Ash Blossom. You don't want him to draw into Ash. You don't even want him to draw into Max C. If you're afraid they're going to draw into a counter, just flip up your back row or use your own Max C. There you go. He drew into Ash, which would have stopped the Elixir, but Ash Blossom is a zombie. Being a zombie means it could be negated by the Doom King. We're going to banish a card in the field or negate. Draco Berserker, mate. Did you get outplayed or what? Could you really even play around this? This is once per chain. We're not gonna be able to negate. The Draco Berserker is gonna banish. Banishing the Doom King. Great play. Amazing. We're negating the Mo Yi and not banishing the Berserker? Is that correct? Did we already banish with Doom King? Did I miss it? Holy Giga Chad Berserker. What the? What? Or zero attack. If you battle with the Nether Soul, you become 0 and they summon a token equal to your attack. Damn, look at that token. Thick boy token. If you play Duel Links, you'd know about that effect. Nether Soul Duel Links. How many videos did I make on Nether Soul? What? Search my voice? Get out of here. Dkayed, Nether Soul. Dragon Necro Nether Soul. It's only shown one 2 years ago. Keck W. Let's go. We only got Ash Blossom. We only have Veiler. We have nothing activatable in the graveyard. We're set in Veiler. Huge token. That's a Draco Berserker token. Uni Zombie is going to be able to send a zombie from the deck to the graveyard. Ash Blossom did not negate. Could have negated if you wanted to. We're going to summon Eldlich the Golden Lord, which Ash Blossom could not negate the summon. Ghost Spell could negate. Wiping out the Veiler. Open field for lethal. And just like that, zombie world with no back row floodgates. No back row floodgates winning. Respectable Eldlich zombie world. Tour guide. No hand traps. What is this? Invoked Eldlich? What the hell? Cherubini. Bamboozle into Rongo? Oh my Jesus. Rongo my bongo. This card is never summoned. It can't be destroyed by battle, gains attack and defense, but because the bamboozled into the Rongo, Rongo's got 6 materials. What does it do? Whoop. 1 card cannot be destroyed by battle. 2 cards as material, 1500 attack and defense. 3 cards as material, unaffected by other card effects. 4 cards as a material, your opponent cannot summon. No normal, no special. That's why he summoned the Lord before he could not. And once per turn, you could destroy all cards your opponent controls. If he sets this, it's all gone. He does everything. Bro, you're going to lose that your entire fields. You're losing it. Why even set? Why even set? Am I missing something? By setting Scarm, Searching Torch, it's more Burning Abyss than Phantom Knight. Oh my Jesus. Call by the grave. You what, mate? Banishing. Wipe it. Holy moly, goodbye to Conquistador, Vanity Emptiness, Tour Guide into Sir. Let's go. We are popping off. Leviair. Don't care. Let's go. Rongo's balanced, though, because during your opponent's end phase, it loses a material. Just stall. What's the big deal? Just stall for a couple turns, and the Rongo will allow you to summon. Nightmare Unicorn into Axis Code Talker. Come forth and summon. Stall for 3 turns, not a big deal. Come on. Wiping out the Fool. Oh my, let's go into game 2. I haven't seen, he's playing so much Burning Abyss. It's a 60 card deck. He's playing a 60 card Burning Abyss Phantom Knight deck. And if we look at the website, let's look at Phantom Knight. Phantom Knight's deck is generally going to be 44 cards. He's playing Scarm and Fiendish Rhino. So what I could do is I can go to the top decks page. We're going to have to dig deep for this. I'm going to go all time. There's only 3 decks out of 12,500 that play that combination. Is he playing something? Maybe he's playing this? I guess there you go. It could be one of these 2 decks. Foolish Burial getting negated by Ash Blossom. Call by the Grave negates. Macabre can negate a monster effect. And we have Conquistador to pop a card in the field. Jax Leo is screwed. There's no way he could win this. He's got, even with negating the Macabre from negating him, He's going to Conquistador pop any potential play. And now he could Zombie World, turning his whole field into zombie. I don't think that's going to affect any part of his plays. Do any of these need to be non-zombie? 2 monsters with different type, attribute, link monster, Cherubini, 2 level 3 monster. He is sending a Calcab. Calcab? What? What happened to Conquistador? If this card is sent to the graveyard, target the back row, return it? Who plays this? Holy shite. Danger. Come forth and summon. Makaba's negated from a drop that he hard drew out of 60 cards. 60 card deck, by the way. Cherubini, send a Graph. Graph, summon a Sir. Sir and Cherubini into Rusty. Can we Raider Knight lethal? Is this lethal damage for Raider Knight? Cherubini back on the field. Rusty is going to send a Torn Scales and set a Shade. Boot's going to banish, grab a card, a Phantom Knight card, which will trigger the Scales to summon itself onto the field. Scales could discard the Fog Blade to send another Phantom Knight card from the deck to the graveyard. Discarding the Fog Blade, sending the Ragged Gloves. Fog Blade's going to banish, summon the Ragged Gloves onto the fields. We're flaming. We are flaming. This mad lad don't care. Break Sword into Raider Knight. I think that's what he's doing. Holy moly. He's popping the fields while he's leaving the monsters up. He knows. He knows. He won game 1 with Rongo. He's now going to win with Arc Rebellion Exceed Dragon. That is Raider Knight. Raider Knight, rank up, come forth. Summon the Shade, right? Does Shade have any attack? No, it's 0 attack. Arc Rebellion, boost, 11,000 attack, lethal damage. Holy moly. Calcab returning the Conquistador in the back row. Back to the hand. Damn.